What's up, guys? Welcome to the Nerd Militia, which is, I guess, the headquarters of all things nerd. However, today is the first snake video of the year. This is like season premiere for Nerd Militia. Last year was season 1, season 2. We're opening it up. All things are going crazy. And if you've been watching the show, you know me. I hate being stuck in little boxes. So although I enjoy talking all things nerd, I'm also a nerd for reptiles. So let's get into this, and I'm going to talk about ball python and ball python breeding, which is something I'm getting into this year. So first off, if you're not familiar with ball pythons, a synopsis, not so great history about them, but it is the abridged Vexx version of the history of ball pythons. Do not at me if I say something wrong here. That is what Wikipedia is for. So they are a snake found in Africa and Ghana area. As a matter of fact, in Ghana, there's a temple to these bad boys. There's a temple to ball pythons. Now, I think there's like some things going on over there between how we're importing these things, but that's where they come from. Ball pythons come in different colors called morphs, and morphs is pretty much, like I said, like a dichotomy of different colors. I'm not sure if I use that word right. Google it, translate it, let me know what's up. But now that we have thousands and thousands of morphs, there's different versions or different python breeders out there who like focus on specific genes. And there's, when I say morph, I mean genes, and genes are morphs or whatnot. So let me explain to you what morphs are. Like I said, morphs are the different colors. And like you have the banana ball python, you have the Kylo who barked ball python, you have the clown ball pythons and spider ball pythons, and myself, I am focusing on banana ball pythons. I love the banana python. I love what it looks like when it's a baby ball python. I love what it looks like when it grows older. So that's what I am focused on right now. And so today is the first episode of the playlist Kaiju Bp, which is my python and ball python playlist. It's only ball python. I don't know why I said python and python. I only got one breed. That's ball python. Right. So let's get into what I got here. So right now I have 3 males and I have 2 females. I will be getting a 3rd female. You know what? Scratch that. I just lied to you. I have 3 males and 1 female. I'm going to have a 2nd female. She's not here yet, but it's going to be an awesome ball python. It has a lot of great genes in there that I want to focus on. So first things first, let me pull out my first ball python. The first thing I'm going to show you is Kodima. He was named after, well, you know, I think they're Japanese tree spirits. As a matter of fact, a fan of mine on Instagram named him because I didn't have a name for him. And yeah, this is this guy. He's pretty rad. He's a standard banana gene ball python. So he has nothing else but banana. He's kind of scared. He just came out of shed. But if you could, I don't know if the camera's picking any of that up, but it's weird. He's got all these cool freckles now. When I first got him, he didn't have any of these, and now as he's growing, he's getting more and more. He's got like that purple in him. It's pretty rad. Like I said, he just came out of a shed. Oh, look at that. He still has a little bit of shed on him right there. He'll get that off. But yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. And like I said, guys, the history on these guys, like I said, they're from Africa. There is a legend being about like African royalty would use these things like around their wrist or around their necks, and they would look like necklaces. So that's where they get their name, royal, which is Regenus ball python, or Regenus python, which is royal ball python, because they were royal snakes. And like I said, in Africa, there's a literal church dedicated to these guys, and they come from like a standard morph called the normal, and the normal is a beautiful ball python, but it's crazy what years of selective breeding has made. Like these colors, like this came from a brown and black snake. Like somehow somebody saw something like a different, like a little blemish maybe, or a brighter yellow, and said, hey, I can make something awesome out of this snake. And this is how we got him. This is how we got Kodima. And yeah, he's pretty awesome. He's a good guy. Although I handle him a lot, he's still kind of skittish, but that's just their nature. They're very like head first. Like if anything comes at them at their head or touches their body, their first thing to do is like tuck. And I can't get this guy to do it, but part of the reason why they call these guys ball pythons is their natural defense is to like ball up. But he's not gonna do that. He's just too rad. He's just like, you know what, man? You give me the food, so we're cool. But like I said, in the breeding aspect, Banana is where I want to go because banana has that purple, that awesome yellow, and I want to do some things. I want to make some cool stuff. I'm not into like, well, I hope I would make a world's first someday, but that's not where I'm going. I just want to see how far I could take this gene, what I could do, how close I can get to purple, and all that awesome stuff. So let me show you my other male snake. His name is Leto. He's pretty rad, and I'll show you guys this guy. He's pretty awesome. What I'm going to show you guys is my first ball python. So both of my ball pythons come from, well, I have 3 ball pythons that come from a local breeder. Kadima was one of those. No, Kadima was not one. There's another ball python, male ball python I have. I'll show you guys. He is nameless. I've yet to come up with a name from him, but Kadima was from a separate breeder. But this guy, Leto, and I'll get into why I named him Leto, is from this breeder. It's called Hardy Pythons. He's a local breeder where I'm at, so I'm lucky to have him. That's not a python. That's just Miss Olivia Newton-John. She's my cat. Okay, so Leto looks like he's in shed. He's got like kind of a gray to him. He's ready. He's ready to check out the camera. He's like, what's up? What's going on here? So the thing about Leto. Leto has 2 of my favorite genes. And like I said, right now, he is in shed, so maybe you can't pick up the kind of purple he usually is. He's got like a violet color to him. But the genes that Leto is he's black pastel. I love black pastel. He is ghost. I love ghost. And what ghost does to this guy is ghost gives ball pythons kind of like a matte finish. And I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. And if you know anything about the early 2000s, there was a show called Rob and Big. Rob Dyrdek and Big Black, I forget his last name, but he was in there. And in there, that's when I was first introduced to matte colored cars and matte colored anything. I just fell in love with matte and I loved it. And so, yeah, guys, he's got like that finish to him. He's got that matte color and I loved it. And the thing about black pastel is they have the ability to unlock the straight black ball python. Now, there's a couple photos of them. I think they have a couple birth defects. I'm not quite sure. I got to do most of my more research into that. But I dig the idea of an all black ball python. And black pastel is one of the genes that unlocks that. And like I said, the ghost makes that matte finish. And then he has Mojave. Now, when he was a baby, he still is a baby. He's still a hatchling. And he's kind of in shed. So you can't tell. Like I said, he had like a violet purple about him. And if you know me, I'm a huge fan of the Suicide Squad. I know that movie has a lot of haters, but he reminded me of Jared Leto's Joker, and so that's why his name is Leto. Now, with Leto, I'm hoping to introduce some more banana into there and get some cool stuff, see how those genes play as far as the ghost, the black pastel, and the Mojave that's in him. I've seen some stuff produced from other people. It looked really awesome, so I'm hoping to get into that game. And again, like I said, I just want to push banana to the next level, to the next level, and to the next level, and see what I can get. I'm hoping I introduce either some more of some stuff that's already been discovered that's more on the rare side, or maybe some new stuff. And I just love these animals. I love ball pythons. I can't get enough of them. The next 2 snakes. A name. I don't have a name from him, but this is my last male. I only have 3 males, and that's what I'm doing. I think I'm going to do 3 males, maybe 3 to 4 females, but this is my last male. No name. I haven't named him yet. I'll come up with something. But this guy, other than Leto, this is my second male that's like kind of a banger here, man. There's a lot of weird names or weird phrases I've heard in the ball python community. Ripper, banger. I'm not sure if I'm using them right, but I'm here, so I'm going to call this guy a banger. And I just kind of burped in that. Sorry. So this guy, who's got some poop in this stuff, so I'm going to have to clean him out, is a banana scaleless head spider. So there's a lot of controversy about the spider ball python that has birth defects. It creates a wobble. He does have sort of a wobble, but it has not gotten in the way of his feeding. The spider does this really cool, awesome stuff to his pattern that makes it look like spider legs. He also is a banana. If you can see, that's so cool, right? How the white, it bleeds into the orange and then it goes to the yellow. I dig it. I'm a fan of that. So he's also banana. So he does not. Well, he has one freckle so far. Oh, maybe two. Boom. He has one here, and if you can see it there, he doesn't have as many freckles as his brother Kadima, but he will get them. And the other cool thing, and so this is what I was talking about with Kadima earlier. They do this thing, this protective thing, where they have to protect their head. They're really like head shy, and they turn into a ball. That's kind of what he's doing. But the other cool thing, if you can see that little patch of missing scale on his nose there, he's a Skellis head. And so what's really cool, if I get another Skellis head, I have a chance, the odds are high that I could produce a Skellis ball python. And that would be super awesome. I would be amazed if I was able to like knock that out of the park within my second year, my first year into getting the ball pythons. With my second year or my third year into like breeding, if I hit a Skellis ball python, that would be amazing. If I hit like a Skellis banana, something another, that would be cool. So my next bet, or my next purchase would probably, and my next female purchase would probably be another Skellis head. If I could happen upon a banana Skellis head, that would be awesome. But I have a list of genes that I'm looking for. But yeah, this is him. He's a baby. He's smaller. If you remember Kadima and Leto from a second ago, they're a little bit bigger than him. This guy eats weaned rats. So it's basically like the pups, the rat pups that started eating food. And they're no longer suckling. It's a weird word. It's a weird word. But yeah, so this is this guy. Oh, my last snake that I have physically here is, again, my first female. She is not named, and she kind of looks like the normal ball python, which is what I was talking about earlier, but she is something called a spot nose, and she has this really cool pattern. Spot nose brightens up the ball python pattern, which is really, really cool, and I'll show you guys. Let's see what she's up to. So this is her. If you can see that pattern on top of her head there, that's what the spot nose is doing. And she looks like a normal ball python, but she's freaking bright. And this is what I'm saying, that somebody in the ball python world saw this coloring and was like, hey, that's freaking bright. Like, maybe I could do something with that. And from this coloring, they made Leto and they made Kodima, which are those banana ball pythons, you know? And so she's a really good, I can't wait to mix the spot nose gene into the banana. I'm a huge fan of spot nose too. Like I said, like I could run down a list of like quickly of some animals that I'm a fan of, and that's the hypo, banana, spot nose. I'm really into those. I'm really into those genes. And like I have a female coming. She's not here. Oh, I'm super excited about it. She's GHI. She's got Inchy, and she doesn't have leopard, which is another gene I want to mess with. But I was already lucky enough to get those two genes that I was wanting to work with, which is Inchy and GHI. So I can't wait to see what I can produce from that. Get some like GHI Inchy spot noses. That would be rad. That would be rad. So if you're asking yourself like, hey, I noticed that like some of the bedding is wet and some of the bedding she needs more water, some of the bedding is dry. Why is that? Well, ball pythons, they live in dry. They do have to have a certain humidity. So what the humidity is doing is coming from the water dish, and it's making it humid in there. And that helps them shed. They're able to get their shedded skin off better. So already I got some work to do. I got some ball python cages or tubs to clean out. I got some poopers in there. I got to refill some water bottles. But those are the guys I got, man. And I'm super excited about it. I'm super into seeing where the future is going to go, guys, with ball python. Like I said, this is the first episode. This is my first. It's not even been a year since I've been into this business, but this is the first little bit of me getting into this, man. And like I said, I'm excited to get another banana. I'm excited to get the GHI Inchy that I'm going to get in. There's some other genes in that GHI Inchy, but I can't wait, man. It's going to be exciting. So guys, if you liked what I did here, don't forget to hit the comment button. Leave a comment. Let's talk about ball pythons. What do you got? Some questions? Do you have some information for me? Do you have some advice if you're already into ball python collecting and breeding and whatnot? Let me know. We can talk about it. If you did like this video, hit the like button. And if all else fails, hit that F and subscribe button, guys, because this is going to be a journey. This is my start. All right? We're going to see where this takes me. But yeah, guys, as usual, thanks for stopping by. Thank you to my man Nathan behind the camera. He is recording this bad boy. Yeah, stay excellent.